Hey everyone, welcome to tonight's recap of The Amazing Race.
Well, we were in Hamburg, Germany, and that's where we'll stay for a moment until we get on the bus. And
Did you know that's where the hamburger's from?
I knew that. Hamburger was not chopped meat. It was little steak.
It makes sense.
Okay, so they're going on a bus, all of them, to an unknown destination. Mm-hmm. And Joe's knee's pretty messed up.
He's got it wrapped up. He's got the ice on it.
That's right.
But not messed up enough to keep him from talking crap.
That's right.
He's like, oh, no one here is a threat to us.
So unbeknownst to the contestants, they're on their way to France.
Yes, I want to go so bad.
Me too. So they drive, when they get there, they get the clue, drive to Ste Menehould.
They had to go to this bakery called Boulangerie Defontaine. And they had to buy a fresh baguette, or as the cowboys said, baguette.
The clue was in the bread. It took Jeff forever to figure it out.
It took a couple of them a while to figure it out, but especially Jeff. He was like, where's the clue?
He's biting the end of it. Don't I get something else? All right, so once they find the clue in the bread...
It tells them to drive to Main de Massiges.
It's French, you know. It's de Massiges.
That's what I said.
In Spanish, it's day. In French, it's de.
I'm sorry.
All right, but in any language, it's still a detour, right, cowboys?
No, it's a detour! Okay, so they could either pick in the trenches or under fire. So for in the trenches, they had to dress as American doughboys and go in the trench and choose a communication station.
Right.
Like put on these headphones, listen to a message in Morse code, and translate it.
Right. And in under fire, again, they had to dress as a doughboy, but in this one, they had to crawl on their belly for 100 yards to get a message and crawl back.
Then the message was strapped to a homing pigeon, which I want for
Those
Christmas.
were so cool. I love them.
Yeah, and then they had to send it away.
But caution, kids, there's a U-turn ahead. That's not meant to be taken lightly.
And it wasn't.
So the clue, well, the answer to the clue was...
The message was...
The war is over. Vive la liberté.
Oh, so the first one's... Well, first of all, everyone picked...
Yes.
Under fire, yes.
And Louie and Michael kind of thought it was World War II.
It was World War I,
It was.
It was World War I.
All right, so somebody got detoured.
No.
Somebody got U-turned.
Everyone got detoured.
Somebody got U-turned, and
Yes.
that would be Joe and Heidi.
Louie and Michael decided they need to be knocked down a few pegs. So
Right.
They were.
So after they headed south down the road to the next clue, they U-turned them because it was a blind U-turn, which means you can remain anonymous. Like, you're not going to be able to figure it out.
It was pretty obvious, though, because they were the first ones to finish.
Yeah.
So,
but Jeff and Jordan had their own problems. They had to do a speed bump this time.
Because they came in last week, and it was a non-elimination leg.
They were having some major trouble even finding the bakery or getting their way around anywhere because...
They couldn't get out of that town that they started in.
They couldn't get out of the traffic circle. It was like Parliament, Big Ben. I totally got that, Jeff.
Nice reference, Jeff.
Exactly.
All
European vacation.
So eventually they made it to the Massage, and they decided to also do... No, wait. First they had to do the speed bump.
The speed bump, which was reinforcing a part of the trenches with some branches, which they completed really quickly.
Pretty quickly.
I think they just wanted them to get the hell out of there because they were annoying. I don't know. The guy was just like, ow.
Whatever.
Yeah. So then they also chose the crawl on your belly thing, which they also did pretty quickly.
And Joe and Heidi were still there trying to translate the Morse code message.
It was horrible. So
I really don't think it should have been that bad.
I don't think so either, but I don't know. It's just a block for some people. I don't know. So after you did the detour, you had to dress up as a little French person with a mustache.
With a mustache. All girls had to do it too.
Right. And you had to ride on an antique bicycle 4 miles to the pit start, a.k.a. pit stop. So Louie and Michael arrived there first, and they each won a 55-inch flat-screen TV. Nice.
Yeah. So in second place, Steve and Allie.
Jet and Cord.
I'm really liking them. Then Dan and Jordan.
Then Carol and Brandy.
Then Brent and Katie. But they had to go back because they didn't pick up the clue after the detour. So they had to go and get it and come back.
So that was like 12 miles on bicycle. That really sucked for them.
Well, they still ended up in 6th place, so they couldn't have been that upset about it.
Jeff and Jordan were in 7th. Mercy, or Merci if you're French.
Oh, my God.
Why was he the only one with the white mustache?
I guess they ran out of black ones.
Was he an old man or something?
They ran out of the black. I don't know.
She sucked the life out of him.
I'm so happy they're still in it. Thank you, Louie and Michael. I couldn't read it. Louie and Michael for using the U-turn.
Our power went out at this point, so we were like 2 hours behind everything. So we had to go back and find the episode online because, you know, we didn't know whether they got eliminated or not.
Yeah, so that means Joe and Heidi are out. And Joe was like, it's going to be Morse code that takes us down.
It was really sad. Phil had to go to the trenches with the pit stop guy and
because
be like,
they never finished, so.
I'm sorry. In the dark. You guys are eliminated.
He told them that the message was, we will prevail.
Viva France.
Well, they didn't prevail.
No, they didn't.
They're out.
But France did.
Yeah.
So next week, it's Brent versus Katie. It's a model fight.
And there's a champagne meltdown.
Yikes. Till next week, much love.